Secret Societies, Their Place in Today's World, Part 1. Warm Salutations from Sovereign Self. The history of secret societies speckles the history of humankind. Mythology, religion, philosophy, science, no matter at which stages of their developments, and no matter how distinguishably they have stood from one another, from the earliest records to the present day, have passed through the centuries in connection with secret societies, fraternal brotherhoods, mystery schools, call them what you will. Whether directly or remotely, whether covertly or overtly, still the connection has persisted. And for better or worse, that connection extends as well into various phases of governing groups. Regardless of where that connection appears, there always comes with it an atmosphere of elitism and limited select membership by the very nature of the involved secrecy. My thesis here involves this secrecy. Amid myriad forces that currently oppose the constructive evolvement and spiritual development of the human species, its inner urge pushes it forward in accordance with the directives of universal will. If secret societies harbor knowledge which corresponds with such evolvement, the time is now for it to be available to all. And if secret societies keep hidden methods which oppose the same, the time is now for their full exposure. Either way, quoting John F. Kennedy, the very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it. Much like the workings of secret societies have remained enshrouded in mystery, so has the assassination of President Kennedy. Perhaps there exists some connection among the two. And if so, perhaps also some danger exists in proposing the thesis here, but the chance is well worth the fearless taking. So here is the matter in a nutshell. For the dissolution of secret societies, under whatever names they masquerade, and for whatever purposes they exist, the time is upon us. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. For various reasons, I neither possess a thorough knowledge of secret societies, nor do I herein set forth a thorough discussion of even what matters about them that I could. That the said time is upon us will gain enough support with significantly less. And with that now set forth, let's turn to a brief description of the nature of secret societies, some of their history and reasons for having come into being, and a statement of relevant states of current affairs. And from those more informatively arrive again at the conclusion previously put. What exactly qualifies a group or organization to conform with the label secret society lies open to dispute. But certainly secrecy has something to do with it, and more specifically with the degree to which the group insists upon secrecy with respect to either the group's existence or its proceeding, or both. The group may or may not attempt to conceal its existence, and if it does, it may not be successful at it. All the same, it may still qualify as a secret society, for here again we come back to the degree to which the group insists upon secrecy, which may apply more to the group's proceedings than to its existence. The group may insist upon secrecy to an appreciable degree with respect to the retention and transmission of secret knowledge, the maintenance of a fine line separating its insiders from its outsiders by way of strict denial of membership to the non-selected majority, the creation of publicly undisclosed personal bonds between its members, and the use of secret rites or rituals which solidify its members. Alan Axelrod, author of the International Encyclopedia of Secret Societies and Fraternal Orders, defines a secret society as an organization that, number one, is exclusive, number two, claims to own special secrets, and three, shows a strong inclination to favor its own. David V. Barrett, author of Secret Societies from the Ancient and Arcane to the Modern and Clandestine, uses a slightly different set of criteria to define what does and does not qualify as a secret society. He reports that any group qualifies if it has what he calls carefully graded and progressed teachings which are available only to selected individuals and which lead to hidden and unique truths, which truths in turn bring personal benefits beyond the reach and even the understanding of the uninitiated. In short, a secret society is a group, club, or an organization, the activities, events, and inner functioning of which are concealed from non-members. And here it should get stated that the term secret society usually excludes covert groups, such as intelligence agencies or guerrilla insurgencies, that hide their activities and memberships but maintain a definite public presence. H. Schertz, in his Alterklassen and Männerbund, infers that anthropologically and historically, secret societies are deeply interlinked with the concept of the Männerbund, the all-male warrior band or warrior society of pre-modern cultures. But if this idea has carried across to modern times, then this term warrior has become very loosely applied. We may recognize a remaining connection in the example of the medieval Knights of Templar. But unless we loosen the term warrior to the point of near absurdity, such a connection seems non-existent if we look at other examples, such as those affiliated with modern-day banksterism, which exist in part due to the ideological legacy of the Templars, and those historical ones affiliated with religious practices such as sun worship or Saturn worship, or otherwise strong occult ties, or ones reputed to possess the divine right to rule, or whose practices involve rites that have become illegal or considered abhorrent by the masses, or largely policy-making groups such as the contemporary Bilderberg Group, the Trilateral Commission, and the Council on Foreign Relations. Secret societies have held a variety of motives, ranging from selfless ends to selfish ones, from the general benefit of mankind to its general detriment, from clandestine philanthropy to secret profiteering, from the spiritual unfoldment of the species to the furthering of its ignorance, from the opening of human awareness to the control of its perceptions and the hijacking of its consciousness, from human freedom to human slavery, from apparently harmless ceremonies to devilish rites, from resource hoarding to human trafficking, and so on. But whether we look at the history of any specific secret society or the history of them in some, we note a general tendency for the development of characteristics which the rest of society would not like if it knew what was kept hidden from it. And while it has been true that it is unwise to cast your pearls before swine, the time has come to take that chance with true pearls, letting them land where they will, and to rid the world of the metaphorical black goo that dresses up like them. But again, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Stay tuned for part 2. Copyright by the creator and orator of Sovereign Self 2017. All rights reserved, except that you may share unless for profit. Subscribe, share, like, and be well.